One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to College Station, Texas, Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Texas A&M's offense will get first crack at it today. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
Good surge up front, give him 4 out to the 18. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Gives it on the option. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll run it from the gun. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Trying play action. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He lets it fly. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. So LSU's offense will take the field for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go with a direct snap. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offense is trying to get physical. They're pulling the backside guard on that play. He completely whiffs, though, and misses his block, and as a result, it's a negative play.
with the catch. It's hooked. Inside the 15. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Snap it to the back. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. From the gun, wants to pass. Back's got it. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job on the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU!
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Quickly out to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on second down. They go to the draw. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away.
Number 17 on to kick it away.
Takes it on the return. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Got it in the middle. It's hooked. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Brown. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. After that last completion, it's second down. Back to pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's hooked. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Offense picking up steam. First and 10 from the 31. Creates a little room. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Makes the grab. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. On first down from the 13-yard line. They'll throw it from the red zone. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make them feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here, and they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll try the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Pressure coming. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do, build the lead.
There he goes! Touchdown, Tigers! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Michigan left little doubt. You know, this version of the Maize and Blue can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program with multiple national titles. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Encroachment defense.
Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. That penalty's the last thing this defense needed. Now it's 2nd and 4. Pulls it and fires to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the come to the line, needing just inches for the first down. They'll run the sneak for it. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Quarterback on the move, still looking.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He's got it. Slips through the line. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. He wants to change this route. Wide open downfield. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wide receiver going in motion. Complete to the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the... And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be dang. You talk about home field advantage? Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He's got him. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Aggies come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The give to the tailback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls.
Oh, he's got some space. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
That's good for a fighting Texas Aggie.
To the air on first down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. That's caught. It's Jordan. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Wants to keep it in the air. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Pulls and fires complete. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Back to pass. He'll take the deep shot. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. Pulls it in. It's Allen. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And they got the completion, but still looking at a third down. The snap sets up to throw. Fires to the tight end. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Punt is on its way. Working his way on the return. The 40-yard line before he stopped. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practice this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. A quick pass to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30.
And that's a first down.
They'll move the wide receiver. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. The pull and throw off the RPO. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So that penalty is going to cost them the 1st down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Off play action. He's taking the shot. Catch and stride inside the 15. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown LSU. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Turning it on! And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it. Might as well try to punch them while they're reeling. You get one huge play to set it up. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 40. Lost a throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. DB's right up on the receivers. Give to the back. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Throws toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Oh, the attempt is no good. And I guess they wanted to draw a little closer. Instead, they're still way, way behind. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. He's got an open man. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. Last completion got them a 1st down. Let's see what they do now.
That's a 1st down for the offense.
Off the play fake. Looking for a deep man. Got it in stride inside the 20. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. After ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 13. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Number 17.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. West Virginia sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the fourth quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in Morgantown. That's how much they took that crowd out of it. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play.
Breaks into the open. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Texas A&M will line up with a first and goal. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And this offense shows you why they are really hard to stop. The long, explosive run. You think everybody's thinking run, pile in the box. The play-action pass. They can beat you with the run. They can beat you with the pass. This is a tough offense to stop.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone, it's Robinson. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. We'll see what this offense can do sitting inside its own 20. Motion from the wideout. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And on that RPO, they just can't link up. Timing was a little bit off. The ball came out quickly, just not the most accurate throw in the deep.
Trying to burn this defensive back. Catch inside the 30 and still running. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it for looking for the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference coming. So they'll give up the 15 yards on the pass interference penalty, but that's certainly better than giving up a touchdown in the end zone. That penalty, a welcome flag for this offense as it sets up first and goal. Looking to throw again. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. The play action fake. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, here's an interesting decision. It's early in the game. Do you want to be aggressive and try to seize momentum and go for this? Or do you just take the field goal and take the points?
Here we go on fourth and goal, ground to cover. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Unleashes one deep. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on fourth down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Motion from the wide receiver. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
Pass interference, defense.
They say no thanks to that pass interference penalty, and they'll take the result of the play. They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Quick strike complete. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Looking to convert, LSU comes to the line on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught close to the marker, it's Brown. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Using the quick game. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? So that penalty will wipe away some strong red zone execution and take the score off the board.
Ready, set.
Quarterback may change this route. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
First and goal, LSU.
He's looking to pass. Touchdown, LSU! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
Number 17.
They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The run from the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Tight end finds a soft spot. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. He's got him in the flat. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
And the Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Caught behind the line. It's Jordan. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Fields the punt and tries to help improve that field position. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
On the move. Ball is loose. Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under. Could have been worse. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop. This offense has it with really good field position. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to set up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the 4th quarter.
Gets it to the back. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight.
3rd down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out and get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. 4th down now upcoming.
And I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the 4th quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. You want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Makes the grab down the left side. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. Now the play fake. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. He'll take another shot here. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions. And here's the third interception of the night. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He is down at the one. A terrific run after the throw and catch. It's first and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Wants to go up top. Lets it go to the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. The pressure ramps up on third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Good, right down the boulevard. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Kentucky delivered a statement victory that's going to be celebrated in Bluegrass country for some time. And if this team's not careful, they could have themselves a football program there in Lexington. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Oh, they're after him. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for the big play. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
I mean, some people just have a knack for the football, and he's one of those guys, and he just gets the swat right there, but he's in the top 10 in the nation in interceptions for a reason. Just such a great feel for the passing game and where guys are. It's fun to watch him play defense.
They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. Fourth down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's fourth down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Here on third down. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off, and that's number 10. And he is brought to the ground, and that's how we'll wrap this one up. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for the squad, right? Like, you start every